Okay, fixing the lights, stay right there. Let's see if this is that. Okay, fixing the lights, stay right there. This is that. Okay, fixing the lights, stay. Okay, hello everybody. Hello. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer Livestream Uncooked FridgeSide chat named by Lucy Van Pelt. Thank you very much, Lucy. FridgeSide. Hold on a second. Where did the thing go? I don't even know. There it is. There's my chart. Thank you for coming. It's me, my son number 2, C2, is in the house, but he's in his room. He's in his room. Can you hear me? Nope, echo hasn't materialized. Can you hear me? Hello, Joodles. Hello, Stuart H is here. Gnome Hunter. Carrie B. Beautiful Carrie B. Beautiful Joodles is here. Thank you. Mr. Cuff is here. Welcome. We can hear and we can see you. Thank you. I got the microphone right there. It's muted. I am muted right now. I don't think I am. Am I muted? I should not be muted. Tell me if I'm muted, people. I'm not saying I don't believe you, Joodles, but there's a time delay on all this different stuff, so maybe it's just the time. We can hear you. Good vision. A bit ugly. Okay, it is. It's on Sky. Okay, you're not talking to me there. But thank you very much. Thank you. It's not muted. That's all we need to know. It's not muted. I'm not feeling 100%. I'm not feeling horrible. My nose is not running. It was running before. I don't know why it was running before. I took a warm shower. That's what I do. Rocket League. Am I frozen? Is it frozen? Let me just go on to here. It should not be frozen. It doesn't look frozen here, but that doesn't mean it's not frozen. That doesn't mean it's not frozen. I mean, I need some kind of color back here or something. What the hell is this? I think it's some kind of, possibly Rose brought that here. Right. Are you sure he is not just standing scarily still? Yeah. I don't think I've ever stood still ever. It was great tonight, Scott. The new wee Dutch fellow is still playing now. What do they play? What are you talking about? I'm not that interested. Ruben said if you're going to write a paper, you should write a paper about Lewis Schaffer, which is very interesting you mentioned that because Rose wrote a paper about me, and she got a first at a major British university. A first. And then she wrote a first about it. I mean, bright, very bright. She got a first. It's not the. I mean, it is a major. It's one of the best ones. It's not Oxford. I'm going to say Oxford is not one of the best ones, or Cambridge is not. I don't think any university. I'm not even sure if any university is good. But you want to write a paper. You write a paper about Lewis Schaffer, what he's trying to accomplish, how he's completely different. Okay, oh my God, Joodles is inviting Mr. Cuff to come around. I'll get Malcolm to budge up the sofa. There you go. Inviting the boys over. All right, what do you think? Do you think that's not going to make me envious or jealous? Is that the word, jealous? No, it was a university, as you British people would call your colleges, which are, like in America, like 60% of all the women are going there. And then the men aren't going there, and then the men are screwed, and everyone is screwed, and no one is happy. I'm against that completely. So that's that. We had a prayer earlier, which was good. which was good. We're going to have a prayer at the end of this thing. You don't have to stay for it. I enjoyed it. My son actually, did you hear what my son said about it? Were you here earlier? And what did my son say about giving a prayer? He says, what are you doing giving a prayer? You don't believe in that. And I don't really believe in I don't believe in. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. You don't want to say. You don't want to say whether we believe in God, especially nowadays. Whether we believe in God, we need to believe in God. There's a worldwide war going on. What is it called? What did they say it was called? It was a mass psychosis, mass formation, mass form, mass formation psychosis, which is what's happening, which is what's happening to us all around the world. Well, let's say you wrote a paper about Lewis Schaffer. What would the paper be? What would the paper be? That's the question. What would it be? I don't know. I don't know what the paper would be. It'd be nice to have a paper about me again. They used to file out because every time I do show, like I do when I used to do the longest running comedy show in London because I was in one place and I did this free show. You could just go see Lewis Schaffer for free, and then they'd write about it or they'd make a movie about it, and it was quite entertaining. It was really quite entertaining. Men can't get laid. What's the point in hard work anymore? Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. And if the government is going to pay for women, well, why should men pay for women? I mean, and then women are saying, we're smart as you, and we deserve as much pay as you. So why should, you know? I mean, it's a really good point. Rocket League. Can you change your name so it's spelled properly? The paper would be on the problems of not having free speech. Well, how has it affected me? How has it affected me? I think I've got free speech at the present moment. No one's knocking on my door just yet. They will. They probably will. And maybe no one takes me seriously because of my crazy beliefs on everything from germs to washing to shampoo to brushing my teeth to, I mean, high carb diet. That's not crazy anymore. A lot of people don't believe it. And I look at me. I lied today. I had some more Chinese. I had Chinese noodles. Stewart says Lewis is Lewis Mossad. Yes, I would say yes. Yes. If I saw something that would help Israel, I would call up Mossad. If there was something that would help Britain, is what I'm doing here. At least I'm trying to do that here. I'm trying to help Britain. So would I? I mean, would I go to the police in this country? I don't think you can trust the police. I mean, I would. What would I do? What would you do? So yes, I am Mossad. The divorce, I presume. Don't know. What are we talking about here? Okay. I guess you're talking about darts or something. Which women did you ever pay for in your life, Lewis? Um, I mean, the fact that you no. I mean, yes. The answer is no. I mean, no. I'm a schnurrer. I'm a schnurrer. I want something for nothing. I think I deserve something for nothing, and I just think it's not. It's not. You can never buy women anyway. I mean, the thing about women is, can you buy women? Can you buy a woman's love? No, you cannot buy a woman's love. They don't want to be bought. Number one, they like it. Yeah, I'm answering the question, Ruben. Whatever. The question is, have I ever paid for women? And I've given, no, not really. But every time I have, it's like they don't like it because they just think, well, he's trying to buy my love, whatever. The thing about men, you should never buy a woman anything before you have sex with her. And then after you have sex with her, you should buy her a gift or something like that. I mean, the answer to that question is no. I'm not one of those. I'm not a generous person to begin with. Number one, and number two is it it doesn't work with women. I mean, I know it. You think it does. Back in the day, back in the day, I mean, even back in the day, you buy. If a girl wanted, when I was young, if a girl wanted to have sex with you, she would have sex with you. You wouldn't have to like buy her flowers or take. I've taken girls out to dinner and stuff like that, and you feel maybe it was a bit cheaper back then. Was it? And maybe I had more money back then. I don't know. What do you think, Joodles? And I wasn't the money maker in the house, and I've basically been a failure at making money. I look like I make a lot of money. I grew up in a relatively rich town. My father wasn't that rich, but he was all right. I guess he was all right, but not compared to the other people in this town of Great Neck, Long Island, New York. It was a rich town. I didn't mean to buy her stuff or to take her out, says Joodles, making fun of me. I meant the conservative concept. Look after a woman, Lewis. But you know that anyway. Um, well, what does it mean to look after a woman? Give him, no, no. I mean, no, because when I got married, I married the first girl that I had sex with. I was 43, and that's not true, of course, but anyway. So I moved here, and I was working, and I gave her the money, and you know what I mean. And then I don't even know how to answer that question. I mean, should women be taken care of, the mother of people's children? I do believe in that. It's part of my conservative belief system is that women should be taken care of, I think. But basically, women have undercut the ability for men to make money. So how if men can't make money? If men can't make money, then how are you supposed to take care of a woman? How if the women are tougher than you are, how are you supposed to take care of a woman? If a woman's not going to respect it, how are you supposed to take care of a woman? Mossad are hard as fuck. I know that. One was my security training top man. Yeah, that tough. Well, you know what? What's his name? I think it was Netanyahu, one of those guys. He says that we're in a tough neighborhood. That's why we're tough. We're in a tough neighborhood, and God bless it. And I support Israel 1,000%. 1,000%. I'm sorry. I know I was supposed to say, oh, horrible. What's going on there? Lewis, that was funny. What did I say that was funny? I mean, I don't beat women. Is that a good thing? Why is it women's fault? Excuses, excuses. It's not women's fault exactly. It's the leftist communist society which has allowed, I mean, it's the problem is, as I've said this many times, women can do almost everything that men can do, or most of the things that men can do. I mean, that's the problem. The problem is, anyway, since situational and developmental influences on Lewis Schaffer would be a good research paper. Yeah, what has made Lewis Schaffer Lewis Schaffer? I guess that's what's going to happen. We're going to have to write a book. Maybe because we've done this. This is 182 shows. Plus, this is day 51 of this show. So that's 133 shows that we've done. Maybe there's enough information about this. It's a very difficult question. I'm saying women are almost as smart as men. That's what I'm going to say. Almost as smart as men. And in many ways smarter. They've got more social, devious, evil skills. It's a case study in the slippery slope of mental deterioration. That's Lewis Schaffer. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I mean, when you're young and you're mentally crazy, people don't seem to notice it because he's young and refreshing, young and happy. Lewis, do you think women are happier, happier back in history than they are today? Women, I don't think I don't think women are capable of being happy the way men are happy. I don't think so. Hey, why was I muted yesterday? A bit strange. Were you muted? What, you couldn't hear me or I couldn't hear you, Maria? What is the point I was making? What was the point? Are women happier back in history? Yes, Ruben. I think women are born to be unhappy. It's like that song, when you see a guy reach for stars in the sky. Okay? It says that YouTube might have suspended you. They do that often if you post unsavory things. I'm not happy. I would say I'm one of the most chronically miserable person, but I would say that I'm unhappy. I mean, am I more unhappy now than I was in married? Yes. Well, no, I'm not unhappier now. I've never Joodles. I don't think. Do you think I'm happy? Do I come across as being happy? Let's answer that question. Are you happy, Joodles? Are you happy? Provided I adhere to the rules I was taught, my Mossad guy will always assist me in court. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I never met a Mossad person. Maybe I have. Maybe I have. I mean, the thing about I was talking to a friend of mine today about Jews and how few Jews there are in the world, and people think that Jews are running the entire world with so few, and I'm not doing anything. A lot of Jews, you know what I mean? It's a tall order, so you can't expect the Mossad guy to do everything. Judel says. So why are you projecting that onto women? Um, Or maybe I'm just incapable of making a woman happy. So I'm just thinking that they're just naturally unhappy. So that's a good question. Maybe women are fine. Maybe you are fine. Hold on a second. Let's see, Kermit. What does this say? What does this mean? How come I'm not seeing this? How come I'm not seeing this? How, okay, I'm gonna have to do. Thank you very much. Should I say who sent me this thing? Here we go. We're gonna have to take this. Okay, that's not good. No, it's not good. I didn't realize. I did not. I didn't see any of this. If somebody's saying horrible things to me, tell me somebody's saying horrible things. I'm putting the person in a timeout. How do I block them forever? I don't know if I can block that person forever. Um, yeah, I didn't know. Just say, hey, so and so is saying unsavory things. You can rat on somebody. Psychosis. What was the question that we were at? The question is, are you? Let's ask Joodles the question. Are you happy? Let's ask Caribbean. Are you happy? Okay. I am extremely happy, says Caribbean. Okay, well there you go. Answer the question, Joodles? Are you happy? Are you happy? What makes you happy? I don't know. I just don't think the women are as happy as men. I mean, men could be happy. We could be happy. We meet a girl. Who? Who? I'm not going to say who I blocked. I blocked somebody there. He's a security man right now. He runs his own business in Kilburn. Okay, well there you go. There you go. I've missed it too, Caribbean. Never mentioned any trolls. No, let's mention the trolls if there's a troll, because I'm looking on the top chat and I didn't realize this person was not a nice person. And so I was sent a message. I was sent a message. I was sent a message. Um, that this person had been posting bad things. You don't want to read bad things. Do you want to read bad things? You don't. So if you just tell me so and so is posting bad things, take a look at it. I'm not going to block them immediately unless you all complain. I mean, we're a group. We're not a group. I don't even know what we are, but it's groupy. And why should we have somebody here? Jedster, maybe that's true. Maybe because I'm giving Joodles a hard time. I've given her a hard time because she's always splutter laughing all over the place. I mean, to me, as a former comedian, that Maria Pangolitis, whatever the name he or she has chosen, in the cult of Lewis, there's no carbs. You can't breathe through your mouth. never take meds or drink water, well, which I do, drink water, and he gets to sleep with all the women. Well, I mean, those things basically are, I mean, I wish they were true. I wish it was true. I do believe in that. I wish I could sleep with all the women. But I'm not saying you can't sleep with the same women either. I'm not saying we can't, whatever you want to do. Was it I see you? It wasn't I see you. Was it I see you, Kermit? Was it I see you? Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe that's why I'm so unhappy, because I got a million of these rules. And I break them and I'm unhappy, and I break them and I'm unhappy. I'm only happy in the morning when I wake up and I'm thin. That's the only time I'm happy. I'm still laughing, Jez. I just don't tell any. I just don't tell him anymore. That's right. You can laugh. You can say I'm laughing. That's funny. I just don't tell him anymore. And then earlier I got shot out for laughing at you lot and not him. I can't win. No, you can laugh. You just, this splutter laugh is just, it's one of those memes of the girl like spitting out food all over the place. I don't know. You can win. Of course you're winning. You've won with me, Joodles. You've won with the people here. They really are fond of you. Carrie B. Lewis, regarding your sleep, check out those grounding sheets. I've been meaning to. Do you have electrical sheets? I mean, wires that plug into the wall and stuff like that, or plug into an outlet. Lewis. I mean, electrical sheets. I'm going to write down electrical sheets. They're not, I mean, you plug them into the wall, right? Electrical sheets. I used to follow this guy named Frank Tufano. Do any of you guys know who he is? Caroline Cooper is here. Hello, Caroline Cooper. Good for you, Jews. What are you saying? Don't be on her side, Jedster. You owe nothing to her, but to me, you have a. I miss Judith Sputter laughs too. This is what MC Scott says. Your fault. She doesn't anymore. I guess it is. It's just as a comedian, you don't trust it. You don't trust it. I have an electric blanket, if that counts. I don't think it counts. It's got to be plugged in. Also, what about the thing? What about the electrical EM box? Who knows anything about that? Do you know anything about that, Carrie B? I have an electric blanket, if that counts. I don't know. I don't know what it means. Kermit says, I drank chamomile tea last night. Tasted like I'd stored my hot water next to some potpourri, not pot, potpourri. But I did sleep. Chamomile. I'm afraid of chamomile because it's a flower. Flowers are not good. Flowers. Maybe I shouldn't. It's called a grounding sheet. Okay, is that what it's called? Grounding. So what do? You plug it into the into an electrical outlet. Isn't that how it works? Grounding sheets. I'm afraid to buy anything. I just don't. Girls are allowed to splutter laugh and gush. You can spit as much as you like, Joodles. Thank you, Rube, says Joodles. I disagree with that. I think you say, oh, that's funny. I mean, to me, that sounds more sincere than a splutter laugh. So I'm not saying Joodles is not sincere. I think she is sincere. But I think she also, I mean, maybe it is sincere. I've looked into grounding sheets, and they aren't supposed to be any good. They're earth sheets. The earth sheets. Yes. Anybody else? So that's one vote against. I've looked into all of this stuff back in the day, but I don't know. I don't know if I believe it now. Does it help you sleep? Nothing wrong with a gush, says Reuben. Let's not go down gushing parlance. Spluttering is far more ladylike. Cripes. Let's not go down gushing parlance. Spluttering is far more ladylike. Than what? Carrie B says, thanks for that. I mean, is it helping you, Carrie B? At the end of the day, if you buy a sheet, it is a scientific experiment. And if it helps you sleep, it's anecdotal, but it's also what they say, N1. I just love farting. Well, because you're on a high carb diet, Carrie B. I never fart unless I eat the high carbs. I used to fart all the time. Carrots, just that was the main thing, or beans, or even anything. Any plants that have indigestible fibers help you fart. So people love to fart. Do women fart, says Rocket League. Is Leanne farting? Leanne is farting. I mean, it's a natural thing, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Splutter. Oh, did you say splutter farting? Spluttering. I have my own jacuzzi, says Carrie B. I've got a bathtub that I stick my hand in and rub it or blow it around. I'm not a fan of farts, Gnome Hunter, but it's not healthy to not fart, Lewis. You have gases and you need to dispose of them. You do. I mean, it doesn't get trapped in your body, but you don't have the gases because your body isn't producing methane gas because it comes from indigestible, whatever food, whatchamacallit, fiber is not food. Would you date a farter, Lewis? Yeah, of course I would. I have. When is she farting? Is she farting in my face? Is she farting unnecessarily? It's not necessary to fart. Vatnai says we sleep on a grounding sheet. I think it's better. Okay. So that's 2 votes for grounding sheets and 1 vote against it. That's good. That's good. Thank you very much. Miriam Margolis. She's a champion farter anywhere in public. Let's let it rip. It just tells me you're on a bad diet. You're on a plant-based, disgusting diet. So it's bad. With the farting, I get in the bath, says Carrie B. I fart. It's my jacuzzi. I didn't understand that. Okay, very funny. Very funny. And you know what it is? Sometimes your own fart smells amazing, but other people's farts don't smell that good. Everything produces gases. No, they do not. Beef does not produce gases. It doesn't. It doesn't. Something more than others, but everything does. If you don't burp or fart, it means it's in you. No, that's not. I don't care what you say, Gnome, about this thing. I believe this thing. This is one of those things I believe so strongly. I know burping and farting comes from eating food we should not be eating. It's not being trapped in there. If you don't burp or fart, it means it's in you. No, it does not. How is your shift, Vantanai? Is the populace dying of the flu? Remember, he mentioned that once. Vantanai asked that question. The Jedster comes in and says, Whoopi Goldberg is notorious farter, hence the name Whoopi. No. She just had to come up with a funny name for comedy. So she stole the name Goldberg from the Jews. But, we're not allowed to have plaid or tan or whatever it is. Okay. At Mr. Cuff, Blackadder, more room out than in. Wise words from my grandmother. More room out than in. More room out than in. Wise words. I don't know what that means either. Highbrow conversation again this evening. Well, it's a late night show. It's better we talk about this than other stuff. Your liver is healthy if you fart, says Carrie B. That is not true. That is not true. You're on a plant-based diet, which is bad for your liver. If you don't fart, you can spontaneously combust. They just find your legs after you've exploded. John Miller. Am I going to say I'm splutter laughing? No, I'm laughing. I think that's funny, John Miller. If you don't fart, you can spontaneously combust. We're up to our standards, says MC Scott. When you're around, Carrie B. Okay. Everyone farts. Everyone does not fart. I do not fart. If I go out and I eat bad food, I fart. But I mean, what I consider bad food, which is, and I had a bit today. I had a couple of slices of bread. I had that a little bit of Chinese noodles. That don't. If I used to eat carrots and spinach and broccoli, that stuff makes you fart, Lewis. I don't care what you believe, but I am obliged to say facts are not subjected to debate. Yes, they are. Facts are. It's not my opinion. I mean, it's not my feeling. Choosing to not believe a fact is more akin to subpar intelligence. Hence, the left do it so much. No, let's Google it here. Let's Google it here. We're going to Google it. Now you're forcing us to Google this. Are you ready? Are you ready? We'll look over here. Do plant foods cause farting? Yes, plants, especially fiber-rich ones like beans, cruciferous, however you pronounce that, vegetables, broccoli, and cabbage, and whole grains commonly cause farting because gut bacteria ferment the complex carbs, producing gas as a natural byproduct, which is a sign of a healthy, adjusting gut. Those symptoms usually decrease as your system adapts. Okay, let's ask another question. Does meat did you see this? Did I press this on the right thing? Yeah. Can you see what I'm doing here? Does meat cause farting? Can make you fart, especially fatty meats. How does fatty? Because the sulfur content from amino acids gets broken down by gut bacteria into smelly hydrogen sulfide gas. That is not true. That is not true. Fatty meat does not make you fart. Because my diet is incredibly high in fat. You can't. This is the thing. Did you read about how Google just lies? So let me go check some. Look at that. That's so pretty. Let's go check this out. Let's go check out what is an alternative search engine. DuckDuckGo, Quack, Bing. Can you trust any of these things? DuckDuckGo, maybe? I'm going to check on DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo, hold on a second. There's my sneeze. Okay, so let's just look. Does red meat cause farting? No. I mean, it doesn't lead to more gas. Maybe it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell bad. Because we're eating our natural food here. Okay, here we go. Let's get back on track. They're going to say it's healthy. They're going to say, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, my God, he's having to bin Google because it's making a liar out of him. That's a very extreme thing. Yeah, I saw a video today about from the guy who was designing Google. And they said Google can make more money if they have to look once or twice to find the right answer. If they have to look twice, Google makes twice as much money from searches there. I know two cats. Okay. I mean, I shouldn't be on Google, but I don't trust Microsoft either. But I don't trust Grok. Let's see what Grok says. I don't trust that. Imagine coming coming into this live for the first time in tonight's yes. Yes. Imagine that. I don't know what people want to see. I'm not living for people to want to see. Let's go look. Let's see what Grok says. How do we check what Grok says? Um, let's see what Grok says. What? Okay, hold on a second. At Grok, what foods? I'm gonna check here. You just have to bear with me. Cause the most farting. Uh, is that? Am I getting an answer for this? That something's wrong here. Okay, so everyone's going to see this post. So we're going to do. You know what? I'm not looking at the right place. Is somebody else checking this too? Is it just me? Skin stretches more than elastic. The Bible says that Moses tied his ass to a tree and walked into the city. Um, I don't know. Okay, dear Grok. I'm pressing Grok. I'm pressing Grok. Ask anything. Okay. Ask anything. What foods cause the most farting? Foods that commonly cause the most flatulence include beans, lentils, veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, dairy products, if lactose intolerant, whole grains, carbonated drinks, and carbonated drinks. High fiber fruits like apples and pears can too. It varies by person. Track what affects you. That's what it says. Can you see that here? They don't mention meat. Grok does not mention meat. It doesn't mention meat, so don't call me a liar. Lentil soup, yeah, cause big farting. Farting is healthy. Okay, let's ask that question, Carrie B. Is farting healthy? We're going to find out the answer. What was the question, Lewis? The question was, does meat make you fart? Okay, we'll ask that. Okay, let's go back here. I'm going to go back here. Does red meat make you fart? Okay, this is for you. Does red meat make you fart? Farting means you have a healthy gut, says Carrie B. Yeah, yes, of course you should fart. because you've got gas, but you shouldn't create gas, so you do fart. Yes? I don't believe that. Okay, well, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You'll have to prove it otherwise. Lewis, you always look so smart. Do you do your own? There's no irony here, but thank you very much for that, trucker from Reno. I don't do my own ironing because I don't even have to. I mean, I wore the shirt today, but this is just a t-shirt. This is a t-shirt. I don't even remember where I got it. I've never bought a white t-shirt like this. I usually find these things. All publicity is good publicity. Surely will attract people to him. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. I don't believe farting. It may make. No. We'll do the research on this. Let's go look on the PubMed research on farting. What causes it the most? The most significant contributor to the volume, it says, is bacterial fermentation. Large intestine hosts various bacteria that breaks down the carbohydrates and fiber. Okay? The process produces gases like hydrogen, carbon dioxide, in some cases methane. Common high fiber are beans, lentils. Okay, it doesn't say anything about meat. Okay, number 2, other contributing factors. It doesn't mention meat. Where's the meat? It doesn't mention red meat or eggs. Sorry. I eat eggs and I eat. I mean, it says it right here. Can you see that? I'm looking at this. I know you can't see it, so I'm gonna put it up here for you guys to see. There it is. Read it yourself. Read it and weep. Read it and weep. Lewis Schaffer is not going to fart. I used to be a major farting. Okay? A major farter. I have an apple and I start burping. That's also a similar thing. That's a similar thing. So it's not fibers then, it's bacteria. It's the bacteria that feeds on the fiber. It's like alcohol. The bacteria eats it and it creates methane because it can't it's not digesting it. They do I'm not listening to you, Gnome Hunter. I'm not. You're not right. And repeating it is not going to win. Your nan told me a fart is a scream from a trapped shit. Yeah, it could be that, but it's not that. Yeah, because you shouldn't be eating. You shouldn't be eating broccoli and cauliflower. You shouldn't be eating carrots or potatoes. He missed it. I'll post it again. Does watching a snake oil salesman make you fart or cough? Probably neither, because it's snake oil. It's probably healthy for you. Yeah, at least eating it. We used to say that it is a burp that's lost its way. Yeah. If you fart in space, it could make you a merry ride round the solar system. I mean, I know you all fart, and you're like, oh, I'm a big farter, or Miriam Margulies is a big farter. It's great to be a farter, and I'm proud that I fart. It's disgusting, because it means you have a bad diet. Pardon me for burping. It came from the heart, says Mr. Cuff. That's funny. Around Uranus, says Carrie B. Do you mind if I fart while I listen to this, says Rocket League. People have made it seem like it's okay to fart because they believe it's okay to eat the horrible, horrible foods that we've been eating. And it's not. Fatty foods slow digestion, which can leave them festering in your gut. That's not true. There's festering. There's no festering food in your gut. And meat. There was a video I saw where a guy who had like a colonostomy bag because he was eating so many vegetables, he had his colon removed. And meat is digested very early in the stomach. It's up there. It gets digested here, and then it winds itself around. It winds itself around. So this is what Kermit says. I'm gonna have to listen to Kermit because he's a good guy. He's a tremendous help for me. He's tremendous help. So I'm gonna listen to him or pretend to listen to him, which can leave them festering in your gut, fermenting and getting pungy. Fatty meats are doubly tricky because they are rich in amino acid methionine, which contains sulfur. Could maybe make it smell if you fart. Maybe your poo smells more if it's a meat based. I study my poo. I study what it looks like, what it smells like and all that stuff. That's the one thing I miss about America is they've huge bowls where your poo lies on top of the bowl. You can see the entire thing. It's rare. My poo is rarely that way. It's only that way when I eat horrible vegan type foods. I'm against it. I don't care. You don't have to believe me. And you could fight me every step of the way. You might as well not have bothered Kermit. He won't believe because he used the word festering, which it doesn't fester. My poo is amazing. It's basically 6 through 1 on the Bristol scale. Lewis Schaffer doesn't believe any of his cult. No, you have to believe me. You're in my cult. You're not showing me enough respect, especially that Joodles woman. That Joodles woman is bad. You're following her. She's like Moses has come down from the mountain, and I am Moses, and you're following Aaron. Joodles is done with this conversation. We're listening to your poo. Hi-ho, him and Jillian. I mean, that's also ridiculous. Let's smell your poo. Poo smells bad. Well, it's called the Bristol scale. That's what it's called. Well, considering we are watching via the internet, this could indeed be fake. It could be fake. It could be fake. I mean, why haven't they stopped me from saying what I'm saying? Maybe it doesn't matter what I'm saying. That's my point. All right, we'll move on. What else do you want to discuss? What is snake oil again? Snake oil is some scammy thing? Is that what that is? Why don't you give it a try? Why don't you say, for a week I'm going to go on an all-meat diet and see if you fart? Why don't you just give it a try rather than fight me on it? I like when you fight me on it, actually. I like when you fight me on it. Maybe I should make a cup of tea. It does score points for density aroma on the Bristol scale. I mean, what is the purpose of the colon? And as a gay man, as I am, what is the purpose of a colon? A colon, the last bit of the colon is to take the moisture out of the poo. Is to take it out. So, because water is precious. That's what the colon does. So what is the question you're asking? So my poo is very, very hard normally when I eat a proper diet. It's very hard. It's black and hard, and it's tiny little balls. I eat mainly meat. I have no problems going. But do you fart, Vatanai? Do you fart? I'm asking you. If you have half removed, it's a semicolon. Probably an old joke. It's a good joke. Who brought up this shit subject, says Ruben. It's a shit subject. Yes, I think it could be like rabbit shit, bigger than rabbit shit. More like like sheep shit. Isn't sheep shit like that? Like bits of black that's out there. Are you fat? Do you fart? Maybe it's a better question than asking, do you eat carbs? If you fart, it tells me you have a plant-based diet. If you're fat, it tells me you've got a plant-based diet. I do. I poop. I poop. Where did Judels leave? What is Judels upset at me after she's giving me such a hard time? It only goes one way with Judels. Dave Toby says, change the topic and stop talking shit. Okay. You may not know about my farts. Everyone should have some mystery about them. This is what Vantanai says. I may be Welsh, but I'm no expert in sheep. Honestly. 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 Scott is laughing at Vantanai. I mean, we don't have to talk about this. We can talk about it. We can talk about anything. I'll tell you what I'd like to talk about. Venezuela. No. My podcast with Francis. He's really become something. He's become a something. Make a tea. I'm going to make a tea. I'm going to make a peppermint tea. Do you think peppermint teas cause farting? I'm going to make a peppermint tea. There you go. Oh, Judels is not mad at me. Can someone go see if Judels is mad at me? I don't know, why would she be mad at me? She was the one discussing this. What did I say about her? Francis Foster. Yeah, he's half Venezuelan. I know he doesn't look Venezuelan. They're beautiful. They're beautiful, beautiful women. The Venezuelans. Here's my tea. See, it says peppermint tea. Now she's going to be upset about me. It's going to make me not be fall asleep. You know, I wish to look this fellow up. Who is this chap, please, Lewis? Francis Foster. Look up his podcast. I mean, not now, but you can look it up. It's like it's an interesting idea. It's an interesting idea. I don't know what it's called, Lewis Schaffer. How do you spell my name? Daytime drinking. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify. It's everywhere. I guess here it is, podcasts. Yeah. You're not that great looking. You're all right looking. You're not that great looking. That's why you have this enterprise set up. When war breaks out, where are you getting your testosterone? Hello, welcome to front. This is it's interesting. I'm not obsessed with myself. I don't care. I am obsessed with myself. I'm not super obsessed. Lewis, did you see how much Francis Ford Coppola sold his watch? No, I did not see that. Why would he sell his watch? What Francis identifies as a nerdy Jew. Well, he's a comedian. There's something similar in both of those things. There used to be a famous French vaudevillian, Ruben says, whose act was to fart well-known tunes of the time. He used to have a special diet to enable his act. Okay, let's Google that. What is his name? We'll Google what his diet was. What his diet was. what his diet was. Okay. Leonard Rossiter played him. He was quite famous, Leonard Rossiter. How old was he when he died? What did he die of? That tea will give you farts. Possibly, we'll see. I'm not farting right now. I mean, most of the time, normally I don't fart is because my poo is not wet. It's rock hard. We're not discussing this. We're not discussing this. We can't discuss this. It's gross. It's not super gross, but it's somewhat gross. It's not super gross, but it's somewhat gross. It's somewhat gross. I mean, everybody like the stream if you can. Like the stream and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Have you signed in, John Miller, Carrie B? Have you done that, Mr. Cuff? Have you signed in? Have you signed in? We've got 18 people who have liked the stream. And also, we've been here an hour, so how about Kofi? Kofi? $18 million $10 million for a watch. Well, you know what? This is the times where there's tremendous people. What kind of watch was it? You can't believe what people would pay. People would pay 10 million pounds for a car. Back in the day, they were $25,000, and now that's $10 million. Lewis's, did you see how much? So I didn't see that. 24, 27. That's Francis's gag. He always saying he looks Jewish. Because he's got a little bit of that South American stuff. But what does it mean to look Jewish? Lots of people are Jewish and they don't look Jewish. Joseph Pujol. I remember seeing a live act in the 90s. He would blow smoke rings from his ass. Yeah, possibly. Buy the stream of coffee. Thank you, Kermit, for that. Like twice, as usual. I do appreciate you liking it twice. I'm gonna reapply. I don't know what I'm gonna reapply for. I hope Kermit didn't have it up his ass like that in the Tarantino film. Let's see. Should I Google about? I'll Google about the whatchamacallits. I'll Google, which is, I will Google, what's his name? Coppola watch auction. 5 days ago, rakes in 10 million. The whole thing, it's not one watch. One of one timepiece, the most expensive journée watch to sell at auction. I think he grew up in my hometown in Great Neck. I think he was born in Great Neck. The film, he made 14, a little more than 14. The one designer, his sale for 10.8 million. Wow, so that's a lot of money. I remember when people were, oh my God, look at the hand. Look at that, handmade. Watches are amazing. But are they worth that much money? I couldn't even walk down the street with a watch like that on. Coppola was impressed, and a couple of years arranged a rendezvous with Francis Paul Journet and his England together in a project that ran for nearly a decade, created a watch whose hand would clearly distinguish all 12 hours with its 5 fingers. Numbers 1 through 6 are fairly intuitive. 7 through 12, slightly less so. I see. So the watch is kind of like going like 1, 2, maybe like that. It's that I would say that's an ugly watch. Is it an ugly watch? 10 million pounds. Ruben says, are we talking about that guy who would fart out of his ass? He was a teetotal vegetarian. Ruben says, is that true or is that a joke? It's a kind of watch to wear only in Monaco. Yeah, it's a show-off watch. It's a show-off watch. But why would a watch? Who'd want to pay 10 million pounds for that? I never went to any of those leather clubs. Okay. To be fair, Lewis, yeah, that watch looks shite. It looks really shite. It's got a black hand. It's not even an attractive hand. You want like a pretty girl's hand going like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like that. The most expensive watch is valued at 55 million pounds, according to Google. Thank you, Darklands, for that information. That's the kind of information that Lucy would come in with, or maybe even Joodles. But Joodles is angry at me. Why is she angry? Do you see how Joodles got angry at me? Did you notice that? Did I say something that made Joodles angry at me? I didn't think I wasn't even trying to make her angry at me. It was just playful bantering that goes on. Playful bantering. 55 million pounds, 10 million for a watch. I mean, I'll tell you what I like about this watch. Can you see what I like about this watch? I like the simplicity, this business here. I like that. Do I like to see this stuff? A bit. This hand, the leathered glove, I think it's a leathered glove hand. That could be better, but maybe it's very hard to like. How does the watch work? I don't know. I don't know how the watch works. It just shows, and let's just find out where Francis Ford Coppola Great Neck. That's the town I grew up in, everybody. He graduated from Great Neck North High School. It says it here. I'm not even making it up. Does it say where he lived? He graduated from there. Does it mention Great Neck again? No. Let's find out where in Great Neck did Francis Ford Coppola? Did he die in Great Neck? Did he die? He grew up in Great Neck. Where did he grow up? He lived and resided in Great Neck. He graduated from Great Neck. He made his first films in Great Neck using 8mm film. Where did he go to school? Where did he live? Does it say? He graduated in 1956, so he's 20 years older than I am, if he's still alive. Went to Hofstra University and then UCLA. In Great Neck. But where in Great Neck did Francis Ford Coppola live? The street address. Not that you can believe Google. I'm sorry, you can't believe them. They won't give me the information that I want. They won't back me up. It's not publicly available. Publicly available real estate listings from homes only mention him as a notable former resident in the general community. They don't. That's AI that's saying this. The area of Great Neck, specifically Kings Point, was an inspiration for The Great Gatsby. How old? It doesn't say. Maybe I could say. Let's see here. Francis address in Great Neck, New York. He grew up in Woodside, and then what happened? He moved to Great Neck. They don't mention the street address. It doesn't say where he lives. Does he own it? No. No, Nicolas Cage is related. Let's see. Maybe it's here. Are you looking at this? Um, no, it's not in the article. Okay. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, there we go. Nicolas Cage is, yes, nephew, Darklings. Yes. People always say, can you remember any of Nicolas Cage's movies? I can't remember them, but I saw a list the other day and they were amazing. Ulrich, Jan Ulrich. Thank you. It is West Egg. It's not near Great Neck is West Egg. East Egg is like Port Washington over there. But or Sands Point, they mean. It's called East Egg. I mean it's changed a lot, but it's still fabulous. It's still fabulous. Great Neck, where I grew up. Want to clear a room for a strong-willed woman. You want to clear a room of strong-willed women. Call Lewis. Yes. Yes. Yeah, but I don't even know why. She wasn't angry at you. She just had enough of this shit talk. I mean, sorry, Lucy, but it's like, you know how sensitive I am. Why is she, I'm not happy. Thank you, Lucy. Joodles came in. Have you finished describing the contents of your? Well, why bring it up again? If you were here, you'd know we've moved on. We're talking about Francis Ford Coppola and living in Great Neck and him selling a watch for 10 million pounds. So we have moved on. Not all the subjects are amazing subjects. They're not all amazing. I don't know. You go away. People go away, and you know I don't like that. I'm talking about you. Are you talking to me? I think I'm talking about you. You're always like abandoning me. You and Lucy over there, and Carrie B. You're always going and Joe. I can't listen to this guy. He's horrible. And then I start crying. You go, oh, must you cry? Why are you always crying? Because I need a lot of love. I need a lot of love. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't take what I say seriously. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I need a lot of love. There's gonna be a lot of love. What's that song? You know that song? There's gonna be a lot of love. There should be a lot of love. Apparently, Harpo Marx had one of the local car park roofs in Great Neck converted for his fave sport. What was his fave sport? I think Great Neck had the first indoor tennis courts in America. That's possible. Possible. Let's check that out. Did Great Neck have the first indoor tennis court? Yes, no. Well, they didn't call it a tennis court back. Great Neck does have a history of extensive tennis facilities, particularly large estates on the Gold Coast. I do not live in a large estate. For instance, Harold Irving Pratt Estate in Glen Cove near Great Neck. The modern Great Neck Park District operates Parkwood Tennis Center, which has indoor courts. While Great Neck has many, they are not the first in the world or the United States. Okay, interesting. Okay, I was right. I wasn't right. Apparently, yes, Harpo Marx lived in Great Neck. Joodles, I snuck in a splutter laugh for you earlier. Yeah, you gang up on me, Mr. Cuff. Gang up on Lewis Schaffer with Joodles. Bad people. Bad. I need your support. And what do? You say, I can't listen to you. I can't. Thank you, Lucy, for. I mean, the way you say it doesn't sound that loving to me, Lucy. It doesn't sound that loving. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I think I haven't run out of steam, but I want to thank you guys for coming in. I what I envision with this late show is we have a more relaxed chat rather than talking about the end of the world, which I am totally upset with. Bananarama defense. What is the Bananarama defense, Lucy? I don't know. I've never even heard of the Bananarama defense. Do I have to look that up? Could you please explain what the Bananarama defense is? I've tried to make this late night stream a little bit more salubrious, a little bit more lubricated, relaxed, as if we're sitting around a table late at night having a drink. It's not what you do. It's not what you do. It's the way that you say it. Okay, that's true. That's Bananarama. Thank you for explaining that. It's da 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 da. It's the da 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 da. Is that the song that I was singing before? It's gonna take a lot of love. Is that the song I was thinking of? Let's see if that is. If that is, it's gonna take a lot of love. It's not working. I'm stuck here. I don't know what's going on. My phone. I'm in my computer. It's gonna take a lot of love. Okay, there we go. You know that song. Who sings that? Crystal Gale? Could that be Crystal Gale? I think you've probably more like the Spice Girls, Girl Power. Mr. Cuff. No. Who's the other band that's like that? The other girl band, which the site can't be reached. Something's gone wrong here. It's gonna take a lot of. No one's telling me what song this is. It's gonna take a lot of love song. I'm gonna have to get rid of Google. Something about it is not working. Do you know the song I'm talking about? Yeah. Are you allowed to? I'm afraid to read what's going to happen. Fun Boy 3, that's another band, but that's not the one that I'm thinking about. Loved Fun Boy 3, says Ruben. Back it comes up witch turf trials. It comes up in witch turf trials all the time. Yeah, okay, you are allowed to say that he's really a man. You just said it very meanly. Yes, that's what they're saying. You just said it in a mean way. I mean, I don't even know what that means, but I know what that means. Close your tabs, Lewis. It's fucking the stream up. Okay. I only have 2 tabs open. I don't have any tabs open. I just have 1 tab open. The stream is constipated. So what should I turn off the stream? Maybe I'll turn the stream off. How about that? Can you see that now? I just have my thing here. The stream is we're not talking about that anymore, Lucy. Judels doesn't want to hear it, so we're not going to discuss it. And she's the boss lady of the, slaps forward, farting convo, flashback. Yeah, because I didn't make it flashback. I mean, I've been invited to Crystal Palace playing playing Man City on Sunday. That's exciting. 2 o'clock. So I'll be back. I'll be back by 5, or maybe 5:30. May have a late start. You don't mind. It's like Crichton malfunctioning. What is Crichton malfunctioning? I don't know what that is. What is Crichton malfunctioning? Can you explain what Crichton malfunctioning is? Crichton. It's Red Dwarf. It's in Red Dwarf. Nicolette Larson, 1978. Originally performed by Neil Young. It's a Neil Young song. That's weird. Do you know that song? It's called Lot of Love, 1978. A song written and recorded by Neil Young and then released by a woman. Wow, it's going to take a lot of love. In 1978. It hit #1 in the easy listening charts in America. It was a hit in Canada and Australia and New Zealand. Yeah. Did you know that? Do you know this song? It's going to take a lot of love. All right, so we're gonna just say goodbye. We've been doing all right. I'm trying to see how many people we've had watching this stream, and I think we've had a lot of people watching this stream. I mean, for a Thursday night like this, when I have not been at my best, and we've been talking about poo, and maybe when I get famous, maybe it'll be a whole new world when Lewis Schaffer gets famous. Maybe. It says 25 people watching it. So we've done very, very good. I want to thank you for watching this thing. 24 people have liked it. We have 24 people watching the stream. Or is the stream dropping off? We will see you. We're going to see you. I'm not going to say a prayer unless somebody wants a prayer said. But I guess it's blocked up. I don't know why it's blocked up. If it's blocked, just tell me it's blocked. Don't you dare close your eyes, says Kermit. Okay. That's from Red Dwarf, says Ruben. That's Crichton. I never heard of that. I barely heard of Red Dwarf. I never saw that before. But I want to thank you people for watching this thing and participating, for coming in and for taking my side and for turning on Joodles for not loving me. Okay, I do appreciate that, and you will be rewarded in some way, unless maybe Joodles apologizes and starts crying and go, I love you, something like that needs to be done. But otherwise, thank you, Kermit and John Miller and Ruben, everybody, thank you. Everybody, thank you. Mr. Cuff, and thank you, Joodles. You know that I love Joodles. I mean, I'm afraid to even say it. She might laugh at me. She's going to laugh at me. Thank you. Carrie B, thank you. I love Carrie B too. Thank you, Carrie B. John Miller. Darklands, thank you, everybody who's come into the chat. Gnome, Mr. Cuff, MC Scott, Ruben, Darklands, thank you. Carrie B, Stewart, Vatanai, Caroline Cooper, she's not here right now. John Miller, the Jedster, Ulrich, Jan Ulrich. Who is that? Is that a real person? And then finally, Trucker from Reno. That's just 20. That's just 18 or something. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. At about 5. Will we see you tomorrow at 5? I hope to see you tomorrow at 5. Will you be there tomorrow at 5? Yes, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing. We'll see you. Anybody else want to say something to me? An apology? Lewis, I love you. Please don't be upset. You might as well not have bothered Kermit. He won't believe you. That's an old quote. I'm going back on the line there. Okay. I hope to see you. I hope to see you. That's all that matters. We'll see you later. I love you. I'm blowing you kisses tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Tomorrow at 5. Okay.